special, praiseworthy, inspirational, loving. I wanted to say something tonight about the Paul I knew before all this. When I was starting the 8th grade at Punahou School, it was in this fall of 1961. Freddie, you were going into the 9th grade. Paul had graduated the spring before, and it was I was like a beginner surfer. Paul, who was just like a summer past high school, was already a name. And back then, that's what we called the top surfers in Hawaii. And actual sightings were very few, but I remember when the good surfers had something to say about you, they always spoke in hushed tones with reverence. Really, really great times, And surfing was a very small sport back then, a lot different than what it is today. Surfer Magazine's first issue came out the year before, and I think they sold like 5,000 copies. It was in the spring of '61 that I guess Severson figured he had enough of an audience that he decided to go publish quarterly. And I guess that was about the same time that he was finishing up your high school years. But in the 5th issue of Surfer Magazine, they ran a story about a good day at Yokohama. And that's a fickle surf spot out past Makaha. On the back cover of that issue, there was a great picture of a lanky, skinny Paul who was stylishly dropping down this solid wall. I really remembered that picture. I went, as my surfing progressed, and I started to go beyond my home break with surf chums of similar mediocre skills. There were several confirmed sightings at the better spots like Alamoana and number 3s. Mostly I was just trying hard to stay out of the way of the guys that could surf. Somebody would say, "Hey, there goes Strauch." Look around. It's mostly like a UFO, fleeting glimpse of somebody going faster than anybody else. Oh yeah, those were the days, man. I guess it was about that time that the Cheater 5 poster came out. And I had that picture on my bedroom wall for years until the thumbtacks rusted out. Every one of us just tried so hard to master that maneuver. We called it the Strauch 5. And, later on as surfing became a bigger part of my life, and I was spending more time down at the beach, I got to see up close what everybody had been saying about this man's surfing abilities. Something else, To me, everybody else was just riding the wave. When Paul was on, he was dancing. He was dancing on the wave. He was like a Fred Astaire. Actually, to me, he was more like a Jackie Wilson. You remember him? He's the guy Michael Jackson got all his moves from. When you caught a wave, everybody would stop and watch. Because it was really a thing of beauty. I remember your style, in a word, was just elegant. Everything you did was so graceful, so composed, just smooth as silk. You know, another thing I noticed too was when everybody, pastor, back on the beach, standing around in their wet shorts. When you came in, you would go and change clothes. You put on long pants, shoes, comb your hair, nice shirt all tucked in, you felt perfect. Yeah, like I said, just elegance. The beach too. I wanted to be like you, man. And that time we went to Australia in 1970, represent Hawaii at the world titles down in Victoria. George Downing was our coach. He picked the team. We flew into Melbourne. We rented 2 Holden station wagons at the airport there. You and George and Ben Ipa and the girls on the team, Sharon Weber and Rel's 2 sisters, Anela and Marco, went in one car. I remember right before the trip, George told me, hey, you know what? You're going to be in charge of the young guys. What? I couldn't even take care of myself. So I was driving the other car the first time on the wrong side of the road. Oh man, you remember that when we was trying to get out of that big city? It's early in the morning, a rush hour traffic. All the people, you know, walking down the sidewalks, going to work. It was the first time we saw the mini skirts. Yeah. The skirts so short on those long-legged Australian girls. Hanging out. As they rolled down the windows, was beeping the horn, making big noise. Putting in all the wahinis there, letting everybody know the Hawaiian team was there. I remember Sharon and my girlfriend, some sisters in the back, laughing up, told me about that. And, yeah, and all the Aussie babes was all like smiling up, waving at you guys too. Me was in the back, sweating bullets, trying to keep up, hoping I didn't lose you guys. The cops didn't pull me over. Oh man, yeah, those are the days, brother. We drove all the way down, you know, finally got out of the city, drove by all those farms in Geelong, drove past Torquay on that great ocean road, all the way down to Lorne. We got there to the Lorne Hotel, it was all ready for check-in, and they told us, hey, you guys late, man. Come on, hurry up, we got the parade, you guys gotta march with all the other teams. Oh, we just got here. Okay. Did that. And then the next day we went to Bell's Beach and the surf was awesome, it was big and perfect. And, oh boy, cold too. And George, talk to you and Ben and keep going on in just your shorts. That's what the Hawaiians do, brother. I remember you guys shivering in the lamp, your lips all blue. I remember you guys all got the best waves that day too. It was something else. And then the stories he used to tell me about, you know, the Duke team days and the quality time you got to spend with the Duke, and how you traveled all over with him and go to these boring meetings and he would put on his dark glasses so he could go sleep. And somebody would ask him one question and he'd give him under the table sitting there, you know, wake him up and tell him if he should answer yes or no. Oh, the way he used to surf Sunset Beach too. I remember one time it was with Tyler Esper and PK, and we was watching you. We saw you take off in a peak, a solid West Peak wave. Fade, fade, fade. I thought he was going left. So lean into that turn at the bottom, came all the way around, right up to the top, set up that inside, rode him all the way to the channel without getting your hair wet. PK, Gerry, and turn around. You remember him, a man of few words, or maybe no words. Turn around, look at me and Tyree. So he surfs Sunset. Well, I don't know if you had any idea how much you influenced all of us, me especially. How much we looked up to you, how much we respected you and admired you and loved you. How much much you wanted to grow up to be like you. You know, I always felt that when surfing got big, this new world of surfing, I never really knew what you stood for and everything that you did for the sport. And I felt that they never really gave you the true recognition that you richly deserve. So I hope, in some small way, this honor tonight makes up a little for that. Mahalo, Brother Paul. Thank you, Paul.